Okay, last class we have seen, right? Okay, so how to create a view and what is the use of view that we have discussed. Okay, and today we will discuss about the same, the extension of view is materialized view. I mean, we have two different views what we have discussed, correct? So now this view. If you see, yesterday we have created a view. Okay, this view will give you the real-time data which is available in the base table. Okay, so I have prepared some kind of a document. Okay, so the- hmm, mainly what is the advantages of view is one is simplicity and security, means it simplifies the complex queries and can restrict access to the specific column or row for security purpose. Okay, this is very important, and the other important is zero storage costing. Whenever I mean view, it will not store the data, right? So that is the reason it will not cost for any storage. Only computation we need to pay the money. I mean, whenever query runs, right? Okay, so we need to pay the money to the computation. Means I hope already we have discussed at this point. Okay, let me just reiterate once. Mm, mm. So we actually in cloud environment, how we will have in cloud, you will have a storage cost plus computation cost, computation cost. So whenever any query, I mean this computation is nothing but query running time. Okay, based on the query running time, the amount will be charged. For this storage cost means for storage is once you process the query, you will be storing the data right in the permanent table. So or whenever you store this data, then that will be charged. Okay, uh, but you will have a less charges on the storage. Okay, so these two. So here, what is the main advantage here is, okay, so whenever you are running a query, this will cost only for query computation. Means whenever you execute a query view, inside that view you will have a query, right? That query time, how much time it is taking, based on that it will charge. Okay, mainly the simple security, and then zero cost, and always current data. Current data is nothing but whatever the data you have in the base table, that actually that data will be appeared whenever you execute the view. Okay, so this is the main advantage, and easy to create and maintain. It is okay. Okay, just you can write a select statement mainly. On top of that, write a statement like create or replace view name as. And if you keep that entire select statement, it will create a view. Mainly, what you need to look into here is simplicity and security, zero cost, and then always current data. So under that, the main important thing is this simple simplicity and security. Why? Because for example, you have some 400 columns, okay, in your database for one table. Okay, user wanted to see few columns data. Okay, and he don't he's restricted for some other data, for example. So 100 columns, and we have a multiple countries of data. So you have a India data, you have a other countries data like China, Japan, Sri Lanka, Nepal, whatever you take our neighbor countries data. Okay, you will get right. So India business team, they need the India data. Correct. They don't require any, you know, Japan or any others data. If Japan's team is there, business team, they need the Japan data. So at that time, what we do actually, we will create one separate schema, and after that, what we do, we will create a view and we will apply the filter condition based on the country, so that whenever they pull the data, they will get only the particular countries of data. I mean, user is there will be some UM profile will be there. Okay, that UM profile, what it does, they will get they have to raise the access. Once they raise the access, then only they will get the access to read the data. How it will read the data means backend the view. We will be creating a view. So you can restrict the data. You can restrict the view. Okay. So you can hold the data so that business cannot see other country data which they don't belong to. Okay, so that is the reason they can create the view. Okay, so this is the main advantages of the view. Okay, and disadvantages means, see, every scenario you will have a advanced advantages and disadvantages. Okay, under that, performance issues means, if you see, whenever you execute a view, so that view, every time it will run the base query, whatever query will be there, right? That query will be executed. So for example, if you have a complex query under view, so it is taking some large tables you have, multiple joins are there. For example, consider like this, that what will happen? It will take time every time. Okay, then it is not suitable for you to make the view. What you have to do, either you need to split or either you need to do something which is useful. Okay, always you need to think of which is the best way to use the view. Okay, so in this case, right, that is the problem. And no pre-computation means nothing actually. This view, on the fly it will pull the data, right? Whenever you do the select star from view, at that time inside it will execute a query and it will give you the result. But here it will not stores the data. That is what a zero cost, zero storage cost. So no pre-computation means the data will not available, so that you can directly pulls the data, so that you can save the performance, improve the performance. So this is the main advantages of disadvantages of view. Okay, and this is simple query. Yesterday also we have practiced. I have just taken some sample data to show you, but yesterday we have already executed. Okay, create or replace view name as select query. See, first you need to prepare this query. If you prepare this query means, yes, on top of that, this is the simple syntax. Okay, you can able to create a view, and from the view you will be extracting the data and you will be doing the your validations. Okay, so this is how the view will be used whenever it is required. And when coming to the materialized view, so it is a little bit different when compared to view. Materialized view, what it does actually, the materialized view is used to I mean, this will stores the data in the table. Okay, and as well as it will automatically refresh the data, refresh the view whenever there is any change in the table. It means what? You have created a view. So now you see, already view we created. That view, whenever you execute the query, then whatever the data present in the base table, that will show you. Here what it does actually, the materialized view, this materialized view will be stores the data in the database. Okay. the whatever you are creating a view, right? Based on that, it's kind of a table. Okay, but the difference between table and materialized view is this materialized view automatically snowflake refresh the data whenever there is any change in the table. For example, you have loaded the data today. Okay, on top of that, you have created materialized view, and you applied some logic, and you what it is, whatever the you executed that view, and whatever the data present in the base table, the view will be created and stores the data. Means you have a base table data, and as well as you have a views data. And this, whenever you are executing a view to see the data, then it will not touch the base table. Why? Because already you are storing the data in the materialized view itself, right? So then directly it pulls the data from the materialized view. So here what will happen? So here you will have a, compared to view, you will have a better performance, because directly it will hit to the view, materialized view, not the base table. But if there is any change in the base table, automatically this view, it will interact with the every time with the base table. If there is any change, it will refresh automatically inside, and it will give you the data. So here the main concept, mean the difference if you see here is, okay, physical storage compulsory, because this materialized view stores the actual results. Okay, and the materialized view, whatever you are going to create, right, that view will be there. Okay, so automatic refresh and query optimization. Mainly the materialized view is automatic refresh and query optimization. So sometimes, okay, you have prepared some logic and you loaded the data. Okay, now every time what you need to do, materialize view automatically, if there is any change in the base table, automatically it will refresh. So you no need to again manually refresh the materialized view. Just you can, if you query the data, whatever the data present in this materialized view, it will give you the that particular result. So it is easy to get the, I mean, you will get the performance also better. So always materialized view has given you the drastical, improvement in the query performance. Okay, so whenever this performance optimization when topic comes, right, so this materialized view also one of the point actually. Hmm. Okay. Any question on the materialized view? Hello, anyone?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah.
Why we use normal view, sir?
Why we use normal view? Hmm?
Uh, yes.
Ah, very good question actually. Okay. This view is, I have explained actually. Maybe you
Yes, sir.
missed it. Hmm.
Huh. I have understood, but what I have doubt on
Hmm.
we using materialized view in the we have to refresh automatically. I
Hmm.
think normal view also refresh automatically when we run the query.
Yes. But only the difference you need to see here is, I'll take you the one example. Hmm. See, view, it will not stores the data. Hmm. For example, view, it won't stores the data, correct?
Yes, yes, sir.
Then you no need to pay the money to storage cost, correct?
Yes, yes.
Only whenever that view execute, the whatever the query is associated to that view, when this query execute, you need to pay the money to that particularly. Okay.
Mm,
Now,
yes.
okay, here storage. Only logical layer will be there, no storage cost, but here you need to pay the money for the storage. So in this case, okay, in this case, huh, now which one will you choose? For example, for here in the materialized view, for computation also you need to pay the money, and for the storage also you need to pay the money. But here only you need to pay the money for computation, not for the storage. In this case, which one will you choose?
Normal view.
Normal, correct? Why? Because you will be saving the storage cost. The query computation is same. Okay, here also you are using a query, here also you are using a query, same query. You created a view, you created a materialized view, but only the difference is here you are not storing the data, here you are storing the data. But now here additionally you will be paying the money for the storage also, but here you are not going to pay the money for the storage. Now this is
Hello,
the one scenario.
hello, Anna.
Okay, now,
Hello.
yes,
As per my understanding, for
mm,
few queries, we need view
yes,
because it doesn't need to store the data. And
yes,
for queries, we go for materialized view
mm,
because we need some data to be stored and for querying easy, or else is that purpose we'll use this and this
yes.
if we
Actually, I'll tell you.
differentiate. Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
I'll tell you. So here you have a very complex query. Hmm? Okay. Now in a view, you created a you created a view is very complex. Okay. It contains multiple joints and some unions. Okay. You have many things. So this particular select statement, that query is taking around 1 hour every time. Okay. Consider this query is taking every time 1 hour. And on top of that, this query is taking 1 hour. On top of that, you are executing, on top of the view, you are executing, okay, few more queries to see the data. Okay, to see the data. It means actually you have a base table, and on top of the base table you have created a view, and on top of that view you are writing a queries to see the data. I mean you are doing some validations and everything you are doing. So whenever you execute some queries, what it does, it will hit the view, and this view, whatever the query associated, that query will be executed and it will pull the data from the base. Now, for example, you just think 100 millions of data you have in the base table, and you are writing a query to see the data, but you have created a view. Okay, now what it is, you are executing this query what it is, it will hit to the view. Here inside you have a query, and that will hit to the base table. So here what will happen, here you see some time taken process. Okay, in this case, what you need to choose, you need to go for the materialized view. So what it does, materialized view, here also same process, no issues, no other difference. There is a only the difference here is, okay, this materialized view, it stores the data here. Whenever you fire any query on top of the materialized view, then the data will be fetched from here only. It will not go to the base table. Why? Because the data it is storing here. So you need to think, okay, what is my requirement? And whenever you are preparing a query, you will come to know whether this logic, whether this particular queries is having a complex or very simple, and what is the data size as well. It is a very important also on the data size. Now I'll tell you, I have a table here. Okay, I have a table. Now we have discussed view, materialized view, and now we have a table. Now same
Hello,
query.
1 minute.
Hmm,
Hello.
yeah.
Uh, if we come to here in this example, if we come to in material view, in the above table, which is the base table, if it is have 100 million,
Hmm,
when we come to the material view, if we have filter to 1 million
hmm,
in material view tables,
hmm.
it means it will query only for 1 million views, so that the time taking will also decrease and increase the performance.
Yes.
This is understood. Okay, okay.
Yes, correct. Now, if you see here, okay, here in the base table you have 100 million, and you have applied in the view, you have applied some filter condition to get the 10 million, for example. So, what it is, you are executing the query for only 10 million. But this view, what it does, it has to go to the base table. It has to scan 100 millions and filter the 10 million, and it will give you the actual query. So this lengthy process, and it is time taken process. So you can see cost for computation, because your query is taking time. So automatically your computation also will take time. You will get money more. So now, if what you are doing here is, one time you are loading the data into materialized view with a 10 million, and whenever you fire the query, directly it will hit this 10 million and pulls the data. So here your computation, your query running time will be lesser. Okay, this is the main difference. And whenever if there is any change in the base table, the materialized view designed such a way that you no need to refresh manually. Automatically, this materialized view, it will refresh incremental way, and it will stores the data under materialized view. So for example, now 200 million we loaded, for example. Now based on the view, it got after filter condition, it will stores the 15 millions based on the conditions. But here what will happen, whenever you perform this, again it will scan the 200 million, and then it will pulls the 15 millions of records, and then you will be executing on top of that. So like this. But in, for example, now you have a very simple, okay, 1 million records you have, hmm, and have created a view, and you are running very rarely, I mean daily once you are running, or daily twice you are running this view, then it is okay, use this one. Okay, you are using this view daily once or twice or thrice, then fine, no problem. Okay, because you no need to pay the money for the cost, storage cost. For example, same query, if you go with materialized view, okay, and you are running only twice or thrice, but you are storing this data unnecessarily, and you need to pay the money also for this, because for one day it will calculate, and it will they will charge for you, right? So in this case, which one is better? In this case, this is the better, materialized view is the better option. But in this case, very less data, and you have a very less time, you are executing only per day once and twice, then better you go with the view. So this is the better way, this is the right choice. So depending on the your requirement, you need to choose which one I have to use. Whether do I need to use materialized view, or do I need to use normal view? Got it?
Yes, okay.
This is the main difference. So even I
Yeah,
cannot
I have
tell.
another doubt now.
Yes, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, when we use functions like current,
Go ahead, go ahead. Hello, Rehan. I'm not able to hear you. Others.
no, no.
No, no.
Okay. So see, this is what you know. good discussion. So if you ask this kind of questions, I will get more examples. I mean, I will get an idea how to convince you guys which is the better. So you need to ask this kind of questions so that it should not be like I'm taking the class and you are listening. We should discuss this. Okay. Then only we will get more understanding. So the always, even in interview, if someone asks, okay, which is the better uh, when choosing the view or materialist view, means if you get a question, you need to you have to explain in such a way that the interviewer should be comfortable with your answer. Okay, like for you need to explain if there is any lesser usage and lesser data, then I prefer to go with a view. If I have a more data and I have to refresh, I mean every time automatically, and I am using more than once in a day, every time, and frequently using this data to validation purpose, then in that case, I go with the metallized view. And first of all, why we have to choose this view at all means to reduce the complexity of the query and to restrict the data to the business users. How? Means, yes, you need to explain this. So we have a business users. We have created views based on the country so that they are going to extract only that country's data. If I give a view, then I have to, I need to filter the data, right? So instead of that, what we have done, we created a view based on the country. We applied the condition called country level, and we have given a access to that view. So whenever they pulls the data, they will extract only that particular country data, something like that. Easiest way you need to explain. And if they ask which is the better performance it will give you, means you need to tell in a such way that, for example, if the query has complexity and it has a more data, then materialized view is the right and a better performance it will give you when you have this complexity and a views data. And if it is a very simpler and very less logic, then I will prefer to use view. Why? Because the view, it will not stores the data, and just the logical level the query will be stored under database, and this don't require any storage cost under. Like this you need to explain, then only interviewer will satisfy with your answer. Am I clear?
Yes, and
Okay.
Okay.
Yes,
So this is, yeah, very simple concept, view or materialist view. But when you go into the deeper, right, you can see many things. Okay. Yeah. So here if you see data freshness, always real-time data re-execute query every time. I mean, whenever you do the select star from view, whatever the subquery you will have, right, associated that view, it will execute that. No real-time data means automatically it has to be refreshed, right, generally. So whenever this view refresh, that at that time the real-time data will be there. Again, till that time, again, if it is not refreshed that view, till that time it will have the older data only. Performance can be slow for the complex queries, frequent queries. Significantly faster because already data will be stored under materialized view. Cost, no storage cost, compute on query only. Storage cost, compute refresh. Both will be charged. Maintenance, none. We don't require. Automatic incremental refresh by Snowflake itself, it will do. Complexity, simple definitions, more limited SQL constructions alone. I mean, we have some limitations. Simplification, security, always current data for infrequent and simple queries. Performance optimization, aggregation, frequently queried complex low data. So this is the main use case of the difference between the view and materialized view. Okay, like this, if you gone through, right, then automatically whenever situation comes in the real time, you will be choosing the right view or right table. Okay, first of all, you need to know the concept, what is the difference and what is the benefit of this. Then only you will be the choosing the right approach, so that everyone will appreciate on the performance. Okay, and coming to the advantages, disadvantages on the materialized view. So performance booster, materialized views drastically it will improve the performance, no doubt. So it is comes under, I have told you already, it comes under per optimization concept. Automatic maintenance. Snowflake handles the automatic refresh and incremental updates, reducing the administrative overhead. In case sometimes if it is stuck, to refresh the materialized view, you need to manually execute the materialized view. I mean, you need to refresh. There is a syntax. Okay, I will capture here and I will paste it. And query optimization. This is super. Okay, Snowflake Optimizer can transparently rewrite query to use materialized view, even if the original query does not explicitly refresh to the view. Okay, this is, and disadvantage means it's common, right? So if you are getting one benefit means you need to pay some money, because OnePlus and MI, there is a difference in the performance always, or iPhone and OnePlus, there is a difference always. Apple laptop and Dell laptop will have a differences, correct? So if you are seeing better bullet and normal bike, we see the difference, correct? So depending on the quality. Okay. So storage cost you need to pay. Compute cost or refresh. Data latency means because view has to execute, right? So that is only. And certain limitations like unional auto joins, subquery, some of the differences, limitations we have in the materialized view. And the query is very simple again. Nothing. Only the difference is query will be the same. Okay, whatever you give the query, only here. Okay, create or replace materialized view daily report, something. Okay, I will just show you here. Same query I will execute with materialized view. Okay, can you see here? Materialized, I'll give materialized. View, I'll give M view here. We should have some difference, right? View created. See, M view created. Select star. Okay, M. M view. Now you see the data executed, right? And then we will go to the query history here. Okay. Now what it does actually, if you see here, this is the result, and here order materialized view. Okay, it got executed here. Okay, from here only. Now again, same what I will do. I will execute view. So if you see, two steps. It went to the actual base table and then view executed and then result has given here. But if you see here, directly materialized view executed, right? One step lesser when compared to the normal view. See, this is the visualization you can see here. So every time when you execute a view, what it does, it will hit to the base table and perform the query and then give you the result. But here it is not like this. We have a less than 1 minute. Okay, it will disconnect.